And watch them move and feel them move. Think of watching a baby as it lies on its back, looking at its hands. Exploring them, how they touch their hands, one with the other. Do that. Feel the touch of your skin. Look at the detail of your fingers. All the creases. Around the knuckles. In between the fingers. Look at the creases in the palm of the hand. And then as you move and close the hand and open it, and as you notice the detail of the detail, go into the body, down the midline, right into that area where our vital force starts. 4 inches sideways to the back of the belly, downwards. Feel that connection between the hands and the beginning of the vital force. And once again, feel the detail of every crease in your body. Think of how the cell membranes are joined. And even though sometimes they don't go membrane to membrane, but they have an adjoining membrane between them, there's still the experience of membrane to membrane. And as you keep your experience there, take it at the same time. Feel the expansion of the energy. Go right out the body into the causal bodies around us and go further out and feel the edges of your soul. And as you do that, feel the connection, heart to heart, with every other person here today and the people that you love. The people that you honor, the people that you have compassion for. Feel the energy of that. And just be with that as much or as little as you can. I'd like to invite you all in this experience. Feel into how there is everything, nothing, and something. And use those words as anchors. Use the heart pulse that you have right now as an anchor as well. And when you're ready, bring yourselves back into the room in your own time. Move the toes and the fingers. Open the eyes. Stretch the body as you need.
So what came to me in this powerful meditation, it was about scanning my body and looking at where there's tension, and by looking at the tension was what is the emotion that it's stored there. And sending love to that part that, you know, I might be frustrated with my lower back, say, but instead than being frustrated, just instead of being frustrated with it, just sending love. And it's crazy how when we focus our energy inward, how powerful we are. So yeah, quite often I always relate on other people to, per se, fix myself by giving them the power, but not realizing that the power is within.
Mm. Mm.
I would just like to say, well, I realized about my family, I was in my head, not my heart. Now I'm in my heart and feeling compassion, because I know my mum and dad, they had the same from their parents and they just don't know how to love. So, you know, I'm feeling compassion again now. I was in my head around it all, but I'm feeling compassion now, so thank you. And the feedback is, when I go at Christmas, stay in my heart space. And if I'm in my heart space, I'll be fine. It's only when I'm in my head space I feel anxiety so yeah, thank you.
That was so beautiful, Pascal and Ian. Thank you so much for those really powerful contributions.
And I'd like to add something to Ian. I don't know I came a little late, but what came to me when you were talking about frustration, to me, what helped me the most, it wasn't like changing frustration for joy or happiness. It was to let go of frustration. And when I was able to do that, then I was moving up that ladder. Because I had like a similar experience with my sibling. And we had a different view for the last 3 years. And it was tough, because, I think I was right and they thought like they were right. And we battled this fight a lot and argued to each other until I remember the last few words that my dad said before he left us. He said, "The only thing I want in this family is no fighting." Because he's seen so much with his sibling and with the mom and like grandfather, grandmother. So he said that, and that really resonated with me. And I let go of being right. And at the end of the day, it's their choice. And it's funny when you let go. Now, I wouldn't say like my sibling are the same as before, but we're back and accepting ourselves, just the way we think. And like, I'm not better than them, and they're not better than me. We're just at a different level. And it's like I'd like them to be at the same level as me, and they probably like to bring me back to the same level. But at the same time, if they wouldn't function in that kind of like circle, and I probably wouldn't function in that kind of circle like 5 years ago. So I think it's to be patient with a relative, friends, family, all that, and not to force them to do things that they don't want to do, because they'll put brakes on you, right? So the reason why we're not like in harmony with each other, it's they want to bring you down and you want to bring them up, so it's never going to work. It's a tug of war. So let go of all that and see what happens.
Yeah, I think what I've just realized now, because with my dad, he's just trying to teach me boundaries because he's not respecting my boundaries. So the lesson here is just to keep firmer boundaries. And what's just gone through now with my dad, because I remember I spoke to him and I remember I said to him, "Stop treating me differently to Richard, my brother." And he said to me, my dad did the same to me. He treated Phil, his brother, better than me. So I know it's nothing personal. He's just copying what his father did. It's nothing personal. So just hold compassion for my dad and know that it's just generational stuff. And that he doesn't mean it. It's nothing personal. And just to stick to my boundaries. And just stay in my heart. So yeah, thank you. Nothing personal. Just copying the same cycle as his dad did. So, and because I'm the youngest child and my dad's the youngest child, it's just copying the same pattern. So it's nothing personal. So thank you.
JC, can I share something that you shared with me once? So JC shared this with me, which was spoke so much to me. You can't want it more than what the other person does. You can't want it for them more than what they want it.
You just answered Lynn's question about wanting. Awesome, Allison.
And I'll share something that Jesse shared with me over the summer a couple times. It was just he and I on a call, which was really beautiful. I think so many people are on summer vacation and doing things. And at the end, Jesse said, Linda, it's just information. You know, at the end of the day, so much of it is just information. And then what do you make that mean? You know, it's just information. Yeah, well, it's not personal. And yeah, Ian, thank you for sharing where you came, you know, how you circled and came back. It's not personal. So much of it's information. And then we get to choose what that means. And maybe it means nothing. like Allison said, it's either something, nothing, or somewhere in between. And we can let it go. We get to choose. At the end of the day, we get to choose.
Linda, those 3 words actually came up from a sharing in a session where you and Jesse had obviously come to those 3 words. That's where I was first kind of reminded of them again, because they're pretty, that phrase is used often in meditation. And then Jesse brought them in the other day again. I think it was yesterday, right? Everything, nothing, and something. And I just thought of something now. There's I couldn't sleep much last night, so I sat up and did a meditation, and the visual was standing up. Okay, so just close your eyes quickly. This will take just a minute. Deep breath. Go inside. Take that inside energy to the boundaries of the body. Feel the contours. Open that boundary, make it porous as anything. And then take yourself, shoot right up through the ceiling, through the roof of the building that you're in, and go as high as you possibly can. And find yourself on a ledge, looking out into the universe. And as you're standing there, secure and safe, held by all the energy, you move with your arms spread wide open. And you experience this. Everything, nothing. And in the palm of your hand, something. And bring that experience back. Place it in your heart. And come back into the room.
I want to ask you guys a question, because I think what's come up today is some inner child stuff. In your experience, what's the best way to nurture your inner child?
I'll answer for now, Ian.
Ian, I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Well, I realized today I found my dad had some inner child stuff coming up. What is the most effective way that you've nurtured your inner child as an adult?
So Jenny wrote in the chat, she wrote, embrace it.
Hmm.
Embrace him.
Thank you, Jenny. JC, sorry.
Just to make it personal, because it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And-
Just realized there's some inner child stuff coming up today. That's why I've been feeling frustrated. So thank you.
And yeah, and there's usually, Ian, what the inner child doesn't know how old you are, and so there's an introduction. Would you like to be led into that introduction so that you can go to that place and invite this child on your journey?
Yeah, because I'm not sure how to embrace him.
Can I volunteer?
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay, Ian. So
Well, just a second, Will. What are you going to do? No.
Okay.
Thank you.
Richard begins. Thanks.
All right. So, Ian, when you see this pattern, what pattern are you seeing?
That my brother's better than me.
What do you want to do?
To be with my parents and tell them that we're both the same. Treat me the same.
Good. Can you?
Yeah.
Let it be.
I'm just seeing my parents as children and they're just wounded adult children in adult bodies.
Yeah.
And they don't mean to, they don't know any other way.
Good. What
And I'm
else
just
is
seeing
there?
like generations of like my grandmother, they're all turned into children and they're all just wounded children and they're all just copying their parents.
Just in the support of all the group, we just notice and see them with you.
And I'm getting that it's not that my brother's better than me. It's just as kids, my brother made my mum look better because he achieved more in school and my mum's got quite narcissistic traits, so he made her look better. So that's why she put him on a pedestal because she cared what other people thought. Richard makes me look better. In others' eyes, he makes me look like a better parent, so he'll get all the praise. It's nothing personal, it's just she's caring about what other people think and she wants to be seen as a good mother.
What does this inner child want to do to the inner child of your brother, with your brother?
Just give him a hug and tell him I love him.
Do you know that you get on the pedestal with him? There you go. And just put those hearts together again. What age is this child?
5.
How does the child feel now?
Loving.
Mm.
Good. Can you go to the beginning of that feeling? The youngest time that you feel that feeling?
The feeling of loving.
Yeah.
Probably when I was born.
Mm-hmm. Earlier?
Age 1.
Mm. And just before that, just notice all that happens all the way around it, all the stories. Just notice what choice you made here. You see it?
Yeah.
See how it's played out?
Yes.
Good. So now you, as your age today, introduce yourself to this child just before the choice and present him with a present. And this present is a new choice. What is this child doing?
Laughing.
Introduce and teach this child how old you are. Share all of your experiences, inviting this child to always come with you, always be you. As you see all that pattern, just begin to reset, restructure, realign. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I'm just scared now. I want my parents to see me.
Allow them. Let them see you. What do they say?
Just scared now. My mum tried her best. I'm the youngest of 4 children. My dad's an alcoholic, so I'm getting that my mum felt like a single mum because my dad wasn't there. And that I just chose to be quiet and not speak because I wanted to make my mum's life easy because I saw she was struggling with 4 kids and I was youngest, so I didn't want to be hyperactive or run around. I just wanted to sit there and help her out because she was really struggling with 4 kids. And my dad coming home drunk and she was really struggling. So I just wanted to sit in a corner and not speak and make her life easier.
Do it all again? Would you do it different?
I would just be myself, be not suppress myself to make my mum's life easier. And just give her a hug every now and then and tell her that I love her. and that she's doing a good job.
Everyone is doing their best, even you, even dad, all of it. The whole family structure just can get rid of all of the other bullshit, excuses, patterns. Just not yet. What is keeping your family from coming together in love?
I'm not sure. I'm getting jealousy. I don't know why. I'm just getting the word jealousy. What's coming to me is because I saw this growing up, my mum was quite jealous of my sister because my sister was seen as competition because she's a younger version, and my mum saw her as prettier than her. So there's just a lot of jealousy I'm feeling around my sister and my mum being jealous of her.
Yes, wonderful. Jealousy of looks, envy.
And my sister's like really hurting because my mum's treating her really badly. And that's why she is the way she is today.
Yeah, just see that pattern all the way back to the looks pattern, the outside appearance patterns. Yeah, generational. And just imagine like all that jealousy, all that wobble, all that dirt just dropped into a mud puddle below you in your feet. And you can stay and stand there, or you can step out onto whatever you want. And as you step out, reach back and grab onto that family. Lift them up with you, and they all, that whole pattern in the family end here.
I'm just getting my playing on the beach, which is nice.
Just play it out, stay there, feel it in, bask in that warmth. Who's with you?
My mom and dad and siblings.
Yes. What are you doing?
Making sandcastles.
Is this being a family?
I think it's representing the family that I wanted.
Can you have it? Are you allowed to have this?
Yeah.
Now just take that feeling and flow it over the coming weeks. May this just be this energy, this rejuvenation, this power from you, this love lifting, lifting, lifting.
I'm just scared that I chose my family because I meant to clear it. And because of karmic ties.
As I was, Allison, we were going through your meditation. And Pascal, you were giving your share after, and Ian, yours. I kept thinking about the words you were saying, Allison, and as I feel the differences between them, knowing like this heart-centered is peaceful is what I'm after, and just knowing when I'm not there. I found it was like when I was getting my eyes checked, and they line in your prescription and then they start making it clearer. So they 1 or 2 and right, and it's clear or fuzzy. It was like that's what we're doing with words and feelings.
That was beautiful, thank you. And I would just like to add, when I say karmic ties, karma is not a punishment. Karma is a balancing of energies. Karma has been really misunderstood. The best way I can explain it, say someone's born disabled and the mother looks after them and is a carer. In the next life, the mum will choose to be born as a disabled child because she wants to experience what it's like being a carer. So it's not a punishment, it's a balancing of energies, it's to balance it out. So yeah.
What a great, I call that information. Just feedback, just information, and our emotions are telling us, is that the right direction?
Thank you. That was really nice. I appreciate it.
Oh man, my pleasure. Yeah, thank you.
All of us appreciate it.
Yeah, let's hear what the others say, because it wasn't just a one thing. Jealousy was way big in everyone. Jealousy was the key of it. Will, how are you? What'd you learn, Will? Or what would you teach me? Did he leave? I can't see you guys. I can only see me.
Sorry, Jesse, he's here, but he's off
He's here.
now. He might be getting his coffee again.
I gotcha.
For me, and yes, definitely that was for everybody. So thank you, Ian, and thank you, Jesse. The jealousy and the envy are so representative for me of the heart's longing, the longing for connection and equality and recognition.
Belonging.
And it's the longing for what we really are.
I know.
The longing of the experience of the oneness. The everything, the nothing, and the something.
Thank you.
Thank you.